Coronation Street veteran Sarah Platt has had a turbulent time with regard to romance this year on the ITV soap, but following Friday night's episode, Express.co.uk has come up with a theory she might be about to get a new lover. Sarah, played by Tina O'Brien, was left devastated earlier this year on Coronation Street when she thought her husband, Adam Barlow, Sam Robertson, was having an affair with Lydia Chambers, Rebecca Ryan. Despite all the trouble the ITV soap villain caused for the married couple, they seem to have got their relationship back on track in recent weeks. However, having spent more time at the underworld factory lately to get up to scratch with some big orders, the mother of three might have developed a crush on a certain Carla Connor, Alison King. Although nothing has explicitly suggested the pair are going to have an affair, there were several hints dropped Sarah could be falling for Carla. The first being after a meeting the two businesswomen had with a major client, which Kirk Sutherland, Andy Wymant, almost ruined by blasting his air horn in the factory. With the order of business out of the way, Carla asked her working partner if she wanted to go for a drink at the Rover's return. "Are you sure you don't want to come?" she inquired, with Sarah telling her, "No. But I do fancy going out for a meal after work." "Me and you?" Carla exclaimed in shock, not thinking she was the best of friends with Adam's wife, but this is when Sarah dropped a clue she could be romantically interested in Carla. "It's not a date," Sarah said as she quickly brushed off any suspicion she might like Carla, adding, "I just fancy something to eat." "And you're the nearest available person," she continued, with her business partner agreeing she would go out for dinner with her. Sarah looked somewhat like an excited teenager as Carla walked out of the office, clearly happy they were going to be spending some time together. Later on in the episode, the pair decided they were going to have a bite to eat at the Speed Dial restaurant and enjoy the night. Having had some air freshener squirted in her eye back in the factory, Sarah asked Carla if she would inspect her eye and get closer to her. Clearly distracted by someone thieving from her rather than focusing on Sarah, Carla replied, "Somebody has been at my tea cakes again." "Well, you're a very attractive woman," the mother of three remarked as she seemed to be flirting with her business partner. Again, not picking up on the vibes, Carla continued, "I tell you, if I find out who it is," before she looked into Sarah's eye. Joking around with Sarah, the businesswoman told her she looked like the bride of Dracula, rather than complimenting her. "It's not funny," Adam's wife said as she smirked, clearly enjoying the attention she was receiving from her business partner. This was the end of the possible hints the pair could be romantically connected in the near future, but is an affair going to blossom? Neither woman has ever shared any ideals of being in a same-sex relationship, but this doesn't mean they would rule it out altogether. Back at the start of 2020, Tracy Barlow, Kate Ford, slept with a woman as part of a one-night stand, and she had never expressed an interest in the same sex before. Carla and Sarah have also always had a frosty tension between them as the former slept with Adam towards the end of 2020. Sarah seems to have forgiven both parties for the role they played in betraying her, but could it be time for her to steer away from her husband? It could be a big thing for Sarah to admit to Carla she was feelings for her, and having been happily married to Peter Barlow, Chris Gascoigne, for a year, this would come as a shock to the businesswoman. However, she would also feel some sort of excitement over the fact she is still getting admirers despite being married. Wanting to experience some form of thrill and excitement, she could embark on an affair with Sarah as she develops feelings for her. Carla has cheated many times in the past, and it is likely there could be another betrayal just around the corner as her husband has to put all his attention into a new storyline about his surgeon rushing his liver transplant. Could this be the beginnings of a new romantic pairing on the cobbles, and how will people react when they discover the two women have fallen for each other? The actress who plays Sarah, Tina, spoke to Express.co.uk and other media earlier this year in light of the trouble with Lydia and explained she was shocked her character was going to walk away from her marriage. Tina said, "She absolutely loves him. She wanted to believe that what he said was the truth, but there was so much evidence and she doubted herself." Sarah was in a really tough place as the evidence was there. She was like, Look at all this evidence. I don't know anymore." Interestingly, Carla had her reservations about the whole situation and something didn't sit right with her. She tried to say to Sarah, "Look, I'm not sure you should believe her." So could the two women be cozying up together as the tables are turned in upcoming scenes on the Cobbles-based drama?